Time for that number, Rick Santelli. You got it?
Yes, the big jobs report. January data, 143,000. 143,000 is our gain in non-farm payrolls, and a nice juicy revision to last month from 256 to 307,000. That would make last month one of the best months going back to March of 24. Given no big revisions to the data I'm still holding in my hand. Now, if we look at the two-month net revision, was minus 8,000. Average hourly earnings on a month-over-month basis, well, we were expecting up 0.3, and boy, I told you to look at this one, up 0.5, up 0.5%. Equals January of 24. You're going way back to March of 22 to find a bigger number in the form of up 0.6. We not only didn't stay at 3.9 on year-over-year earnings, we moved up to 4.1, which would equal where we were in March. To find a bigger number, go to February of last year. Now, if you look at the work week, 34.1. This is very exciting because that smaller work week, of course, has other ramifications for juicing some of the other numbers. We've been at 34.3 forever. You have to go in the Wayback Machine to find 34.1. I don't even have it going back 2 or 3 years, so that's a big move. Finally, let's look at U3. U3, the unemployment rate, 4%. 4%. It moved down. It didn't move up. 4%. Now, 4% equals where we were in May. To find a lower one, you're looking at 3.9 in April of 24. If we look at labor force participation, one of our panelists wanted to zero in on that, and that was smart. It increased, always a good thing, 62.6. To find a higher number, you're looking at September of last year at 62.7. And finally, drum roll please, we're looking at U6, the underemployment rate. The underemployment rate moves to 7.5. Actually, that's where it was last month. That's the lowest level going back to 7.4 in June of last year. So that's back-to-back 7.5s. Interest rates really whipsawed. I saw 10s briefly down at 438-ish. They're now back up to 447. We were at 443. A 2-year was at 223 and moved to 225. How do you know the data's good? What did I tell you about the yield curve yesterday, Joe? It steepened a couple of 3 basis points. That's a quick, down and dirty, easy way, in my opinion, to assess good news versus bad news, at least for the moment. Back to the panel.